What'd you say? No, I'm shooting a video. No, you can't be part of it. This is Mark Bell from Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. I'm out here by the old railroad tracks once again, throwing down another power project for your ass. By the way, that was a bum that was asking to be part of. A bum. I'm knocking out all bums. It was a bum asking to be part of the power project. I said, absolutely not. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, another good day for Slingshot, another good day for Super Training Gym. I'm heading out to the 2017 Arnold Classic, booth 1936. Booth 1936. Going to be interviewing all the YouTube superstars of the fitness industry at my booth throughout the day. Come by and say what's up. I can't wait to see you guys. It inspires me, and I've mentioned this before, that I would trade my, is this my left ear? Trade my left ear to be in a position that some of you guys are in, some of you newbies having those newbie gains, and just the feeling that you have back in the day when you first started is a lot different than the feeling that I have today when I go in and train. And so I remember what that was like. It was fucking awesome. I miss it, and occasionally it comes back. Recently I started boxing to try to take on a new endeavor and to try to be more healthierist, and so far so good with that, and that's kind of giving me that feeling. You really got to change shit up every once in a while. You youngsters don't know what I'm talking about, but it's the effing truth. Before I move into full-on power project mode, I would like to just discuss Silent Mike. I know I've said this in many platforms, but just haven't addressed it here on my YouTube, and you guys just think that I'm skating along without him and ignoring the fact that he's no longer part of Super Training Gym. Mike and I had a discussion. We sat down and talked about a bunch of things, and it just kind of became apparent that he no longer fit the mold of what we were doing, and he resigned. He did not get fired. There was no big blowout. There was no blow up. There was no fight. The conversation was emotional. The conversation was hard because we're homies, and it wasn't easy, but I have nothing but good memories and good things to say about Silent Mike. Silent Mike has always been good to me. I will always try to be good to him. I have much love for him and his girlfriend, Sandy. Much love for his family, and I wish him the best, and there's no doubt that we're going to be running in a lot of the same circles. Not like Mike is going to take on some construction job or something. Silent Mike's going to do really well. He's a hard worker. He always has been, and he will do well, and so will we. So that addresses that. What I wanted to talk about was a few different things I've learned recently about value, about personal development, about family. And these are questions that came in for the Power Project. I kind of broke them up into a few different parts rather. And so the first question was, how do you handle the work-life balance? And I think that we all think, sorry about my fat thumb. I boxed this morning, so the shoulder's killing me. I think that we all think that we have to do everything all at once, and that we have to do everything all in one day. And the truth is that we're in it for the long haul. When you are a parent, what makes that so daunting for people, and what makes that so crazy for people, is that you are a parent forever. Talk to somebody that has a 36-year-old kid. Talk to somebody that has a 45-year-old kid, and they're all going to kind of say the same thing, is that you never stop being a parent. Whether the kid is 4, whether he's 8, whatever age he is, you never stop being a parent. You never stop worrying about your kid. And so when you consider that, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time, and something that we talked on the Powercast about, easy for me to say, which will come out this Wednesday with Gary Vee on this YouTube channel. Guys, it really does help when you like and share these videos, so please do so when you like it and when you want to share it and when you want to comment below. It helps a lot. The footage that we got with Gary Vee was unbelievable, it was outstanding, and one of the things he talked about was the work-life balance, and he basically kind of referred to something that I thought was kind of astonishing. And he said, you know, you hear all these situations about people when they abandon their child for a long time. Then after 10 years, they finally reunite with their kid, give them a big hug, a handshake, and those feelings of animosity last for several more weeks or months, but things kind of relatively get patched back up. Now, that's not a great way to parent, I understand. The point is that there's some unconditional love going on there, and there's kind of an understanding between the two parties that, you know, you know, being a parent is fucking hard. I think that children, as they grow older, they kind of understand some of those things. So I also am a firm believer in speaking to your children as if they're adults. That's what I've been doing since my kids were really little. My daughter is 9 and my son Jake is 13. And from the time they were little itty bitty tiny babies, I've been talking to them about nutrition, because adults should have good sound nutrition. I've been talking to them about fitness. I've been talking to them about life. I've been talking to them about how to act in life, because my main goal for my children is for them to not be an asshole. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that they're not being an asshole. Make sure that they are good to other people. Make sure they have positive impact on other people. Make sure that they're happy. Make sure that they're making other people happy. And so far, so fucking good. They are doing a great job of doing that. So when it comes to that work-life balance, which was the original question, which I took about 5 minutes to get to, the important thing to realize is you don't have to be spinning plates all day long, 5, 6, 7 plates, and keep continuing to spin those plates and you know, worry that you have to get around so frantically so none of them ever fall. It's okay if some of them fall. It's okay if some of them break. It's okay if you crash 100 plates a week. There's going to be some failure. There's going to be some missed opportunity. There's going to be you missing your son's basketball game. There's going to be all kinds of things that are going to happen. And you have to figure out a harmony that makes you happy, that makes you feel good, and that makes your family feel comfortable and feel good. What I have learned about my family and about my wife over the last several years is that even though I may not think something is that important, if I sense that it's of any importance to any of them three, then I'm going to be there to support that, or at least try like hell to make sure that I can be there to support that. So when it comes to that work-life balance, you know, when your kids are around, put the cell phone away and be with your kids. Get off your Instagram. Now, it's fair. It's fair to tell your children, I'm shooting out an email. I'm doing A, I'm doing B. I will be with you in a moment, because we are legitimately working remotely 24/7. That's the world that we're in. That's the world that's been created for us, and I for one actually fucking love it and embrace it. It's a lot of fun. But it can be a pain in the ass at times, right? You got your Instagram, you got your Twitter, you got your Snap, you got your Facebook, you got your YouTubes, and now there's new shit popping up all the time, and we got to be able to keep up with it, right? So when it comes to that work-life balance of training and running a business and doing all these different things, there are people that are busier than you. There are people that are accomplishing more than you right now. They're getting more done. So you're gonna have to prioritize your time. You can't get any extra time. That's something to embrace. But you can do things like wake up earlier, attack the day a little bit better, not frump around, not fuck around. Something that I love to do is when I get up, actually before I get up, before I go to bed, give myself a little pep talk at night before I fall asleep, before I shut my eyes. about some of the things I want to achieve. And some people, and I've done this before myself and it's worked really well, I don't do it anymore, but write down some of the things that you want to accomplish. A lot of times the hopes and dreams and ideas and concepts and inventions, all these things running around in your head, they fucking fly right out of your body. They fly right out of your fucking window because there's too many negative thoughts. We're fighting ourselves all day long. So before you have your first cup of fucking coffee in the morning, all those ideas and those great intentions that you talked about the day before that, turned into you being the same old coward you've always been, and you won't pull the trigger on what you're talking about because cowards talk about what they will never do. And so you have to have follow through. You have to really force yourself. You have to force yourself to do shit that you don't want to do, to do things when you maybe don't want to do them. And that'll help provide even more balance, because some stages of your life you're going to have to be out of balance. That's just the way it is. Look at me. I couldn't have gotten any more out of balance being 330 pounds, squatting 1,080, benching 854. That's lopsided. That's all I cared about. I only cared about myself. But that selfishness led to this kind of shit right here that you see. Having 225,000 subscribers and having almost 300,000 subscribers on Instagram and all these other things, the success with the business and so on. So getting that balance in, part of it is you taking care of yourself. Part of it is you being selfish and getting to the gym and doing, not necessarily the gym, but doing things that you like, whether it's reading or cycling or whatever the fuck it is, yoga. Doesn't matter what it is, find something that you love to do and continue to do it. Don't allow other people to change your mind. Let's see, what was the other question? What a question about branding. Oh, I remember what it was about value. So you don't get paid for your work. You get paid for your value. You don't get paid for your work. You get paid for your value. So I don't get paid for all the broken down, shitty cars, cars blowing up on my way to the gym, me sleeping outside of gyms and doing all kinds of crazy shit. Back when I was wrestling, I don't get paid for all those years. I don't get paid for rubbing elbows with the best people in the industry. I don't get paid for my travel, my time, all the years of training, all the fucking torn pecs, torn tricep, torn bicep, torn hamstring, falling with 1,085, continuing to gain more knowledge, continuing my education, and continuing to learn more and more every day. I can't charge people for powerlifting. I can't charge them $175,000 a month, which if you were to add up all the equipment in the gym and all the time I spent doing a lot of this stuff, I would have to charge, maybe not that much, that's probably an exaggeration, but I'd have to charge a lot of fucking money. And the world does not work that way. If you walked into my gym and I said it's 50 grand a month, you'd be like, oh my God, you're the biggest asshole I ever met in my life. Instead, the gym is fucking free, and there's a reason for it. The gym is free, and there's a huge reason for it. There's multiple reasons for it at this point. But the gym is free because you cannot pay me for the value. At least I don't believe you can. I don't believe there's a dollar amount that we can discuss that I would be satisfied with. That would make any sense to me for the amount of time and money that I have worked so hard to acquire this style of knowledge. I've done it very grassroots. I've done it kind of on my own and have literally almost killed myself several times to obtain it. So you hand me fucking 50 bucks or 100 bucks, 200 bucks, 1,000 bucks. You know, money is not everything. And I know it's easy for me to say because I have some nowadays. But I never thought it was when I didn't have any of it. Money is not going to change you. You have to change yourself. The pain of making a change is painful, and it's something that you're very scared of, and I understand. But staying the same will hurt you 10 times worse. So you have to be careful, and you have to continue to move, you've got to fucking stick and move. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, as Muhammad Ali once famously said. You got to continue to move, and you got to continue to reinvent yourself. If you want to make more money, then you have to add more value to whatever it is you're doing. So don't spend so much time just working on your job. Work on yourself and self-improvement. Your personal development has to match the amount of money that you have. If we ran a contest right here and I gave away $100,000 for the person that can guess what brand sunglasses these are, you know, and I gave it to you and you're a fucking idiot, 3 years from now, what would you show for that $100,000? Probably not much. You'd probably just say, oh, you know, I put a down payment on this house. House might be kind of nice. Maybe you bought a Slinger mobile. That's kind of cool. How long is that thing gonna last for? Before it fucking falls apart. You know, it'll last for a while. I mean, it's a cool thing to have, right? But if your income and personal development don't go hand in hand, you will fail, and you will lose your money, and you will make so many mistakes that you won't have a lot to show for that $100,000. You'll be back in the same spot you were before, worrying about how you're gonna afford a plane ticket to go to the Arnold Classic. So you have to work on yourself. How do you work on yourself? How do you make yourself better? You continue to work on your body and work on your mind. You continue to work on your body and you continue to work on your mind. They are connected. There's a reason why we put people up on a pedestal for athletics. Sometimes these guys are assholes, so sometimes it's not warranted. But somebody like Prefontaine, who died in a fucking car accident at 24 years old, look up some information on that fucking guy. There's inspirational quotes all over the place on that dude. I don't run to see how fast you are. I run to see what kind of guts you have. That's a bad motherfucker right there. Anyway, the point is, there's a saying that if you spread the world's wealth around the world, let's just hypothetically figure this out, and let's just say, fuck math for a second, and let's just say it worked out this way. However many billion people, there's a few billion people on this planet, minus like kids, but let's just say everybody like above the age of 18. We are able to give them $150,000 or something like that. We're able to spread the world's wealth around evenly. So the asshole that's next door to you doesn't have 10 million, and the guy next door to you doesn't have 30,000. The money is spread evenly. We all now have whatever the hell amount, 500K, whatever it is. There's a saying that says if you were to spread the world's wealth around equally, it would end up back in the pockets of the rich. And there's a reason for that. You have to work on your own personal development. Read a motherfucking book. Don't like books? You don't like books? Then listen to an audiobook. Like I did several years ago, listen to a book called Crush It, which was recommended by my dad. My dad kept bugging me about it. He's like, you won't believe the stuff this guy's saying. This is 8-9 years ago. We're now 7 years later. And we're slingshotting it. We're doing it. We're successful by the standards of whatever the fuck you want to call successful. We're making money, that's for sure. Anyway, those are some things I wanted to share with you guys today. There was really not much about lifting, but I'm really excited about the different things that are going on my YouTube. I'm going to upload this bitch right now. This is, it is Monday. I leave tomorrow for the Arnold Classic, which is Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday is action-packed. Wednesday, I'm going to Rogue Fitness, then The Ohio State University, and then to go to Elite Fitness and see my boy, Dave Tate. That's going to be a lot of fun. After that, the next day, I will be, what am I doing the next day? Thursday's action-packed as well. I'm going to do something that's top secret that I can't talk about. And then I'm also going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame with my boys, with whoever's with me that day. And then I'm coming back and I'm doing a seminar. at 5 p.m. at Columbus Lifting Co. It's going to be fucking epic. I will be there. Stan Efferding will be there. Jesse Burdick will be there. Matt Vincent will be there. I think Ed Cohn may even be coming. Forsaken Warrior's coming. That guy's a beast. People are coming out of the woodwork for this fucking thing. We have about almost 300 shirts to give out that were sponsored by bodybuilding.com. We got all kinds of stuff. And so it's just a little story about back to that personal development thing. With bodybuilding.com, I've tried to work with bodybuilding.com as of 8 or 9 years ago or so. But my personal development wasn't caught up with my heart. It wasn't caught up with everything else I was doing. I was putting a lot of passion into everything. I was working hard. But I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. And so my ability to communicate with them sort of failed. We did a little bit of stuff together, but nothing big. Now they want to be part of everything I'm doing. They want to be part of the podcast. They want to be part of these events that I'm doing. And maybe I do have a knack to speak, or maybe I have a knack for this or that. Maybe I have a few special talents. I'm not going to sell myself short. I work really hard on my trade. I work really hard to get better every day at this kind of shit. On the other hand, it's been persistence and consistency and hard work and putting in my time. All things that you guys have access to. I've literally done everything off of this phone right here. I literally done everything. Do you have a phone? Are you watching this off your phone right now? You probably are. You probably are. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. Before we get out of here, we got to give away something, huh? How about we give away a couple of these hats? These hats are going to be dropping soon. And if you can tell me the year that super training started, which is pretty easy. If you could tell me the year that super training started, and you can tell me the name of the gym it was inside of originally, and the location of where the original stomping grounds of super training gym were. I need the date, not really the month, because I'm not sure if I know the month, but I need the date. I need the name of the gym that super training was inside of at the time, and I need to know the city that it was in. That's what I need to know, and those of you that get it right will get one of these guys. I'm not sure how many of these we have left. These are going like hotcakes, but I'll give away the hat. Like it, subscribe, share it, talk to your friends, make them fucking subscribe to this channel. We need to get this bitch going. 2017 Slingshot is taking over. Strength is never a weakness, and I'm out.